Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Before starting the video, please subscribe and keep watching for more details videos. IGA Swiatek slams Polish media in brutally honest rant, weird and ridiculous stuff. IGA Swiatek says she doesn't read a lot of Polish media simply because she finds ridiculous some of the stuff that has been written about her over the years. When the Polish tennis star became one of the best in the women's game, she also instantly became one of the most popular and most recognizable athletes in her country. And as you can correctly guess, that put her every move and result under the extra loop. When Swiatek missed some of the Billie Jean King Cup action, she was heavily criticized by the media back home. Also, the former world number one went through some heavy scrutiny before ending her 13-month title drought at Wimbledon. Swiatek, some stuff written about me was weird and ridiculous. I didn't believe people until I read it myself. Overall, I don't read. I only did when I had, like, 2 months off from tournaments just because I was kind of bored, and there was a lot of weird things that totally didn't make sense. So I wanted to actually see that, because it was so ridiculous that I didn't believe people around me saying that what media wrote. I wanted to have that proof. But besides that, I don't read at all. Doesn't make sense. Sorry guys. The 24-year-old explained when asked about the Polish press in Montreal. As mentioned above, Swiatek endured some major criticism during her struggling period as the Polish media heavily speculated reasons behind her dip in results. After putting up an impressive Wimbledon run and ending her title drought in the best way possible, the current world number 3 had a message for the Polish media. She ripped their treatment of her as unpleasant and asked them to leave her alone. Meanwhile, Swiatek is also off to a promising start in Montreal, where she will look to extend her winning streak to 10 matches when she takes on Clara Tauson in the round of 16. IGA Swiatek slams Polish media in brutally honest rant. Weird and ridiculous stuff. The soft-spoken demeanor, the laser-sharp focus, the calm composure under pressure. These are the qualities tennis fans have come to associate with IGA Swiatek. But at the 2025 Canadian Open, the world number 1 let the world see another side of herself, fiery, unfiltered, and brutally honest. Following yet another dominant win in Montreal, Swiatek faced the press not just to talk about forehands and backhands, but to take a powerful stand against the one thing she says has become more distracting than any opponent on court: her own country's media. A champion's boiling point. "I've been quiet long enough," Swiatek began, eyes fixed and voice steady. "But at some point, enough is enough. The things being written about me back home, honestly, it's weird and ridiculous stuff." It was an uncharacteristically raw statement from the reigning Roland Garros and Wimbledon champion, who is typically measured in her responses. But this time, she didn't hold back. Over the past year, Swiatek has seen herself headline countless articles in Polish tabloids and sports columns, some celebratory, others skeptical, and a worrying number speculative. From critiques of her appearance to unfounded rumors about her relationships, family, and even coaching decisions, Swiatek says she's had to endure a constant barrage of gossip dressed as journalism. The breaking point, the tipping point it seems, was an article claiming Swiatek's recent form was due to psychological fragility after hiring a new mental coach. The headline, which implied she was cracking under pressure, came just days after she had dismantled 2 top 10 players en route to a title defense in Rome. "I just beat the world's best players in straight sets, and somehow the story is that I'm mentally fragile," Swiatek said incredulously. "How does that make any sense? It's lazy and insulting." She continued, "If I sneeze at a press conference, someone back home writes that I'm sick and pulling out of season. If I smile at a male coach or player, suddenly we're dating. It's absurd. Pressure from home." Swiatek acknowledged that being a national icon comes with scrutiny, but said that the tone and content of the Polish media have crossed the line from analysis to entertainment, often at her emotional expense. "I love Poland. I represent my country with pride. But sometimes, it feels like the media wants me to fail just so they have something dramatic to write about," she said. "Is that what patriotism looks like now?" While international outlets tend to focus on her tactics, rivalries, and records, Swiatek claims that too many Polish stories turn her success into soap opera. I want young girls in Poland to believe they can achieve great things. But how can they do that if they see their idols being picked apart like this? Support and silence. Swiatek's words quickly lit up social media, with fans and fellow athletes chiming in with messages of support. Fellow Polish athlete Robert Lewandowski posted a quiet but telling message on Instagram, a Polish flag emoji next to a lion's head. Martina Navratilova commented on X, formerly Twitter. Good on IGA for calling it out. Champions don't just win titles, they defend their dignity. But within the Polish tennis community, reactions were more muted. A few journalists criticized her for being too sensitive. Others claimed she was attacking freedom of the press. Yet, a growing number of sports personalities in Poland have quietly agreed. Something has gone off the rails in the media coverage of their biggest global star. The human side of a superstar. Swiatek's rant isn't just about headlines, it's about humanity. She's repeatedly opened up about mental health, stress, and the importance of self-care in a world where athletes are often treated like machines. I train 6 hours a day. I travel to different continents. I wake up at 5 a.m. to run drills. And then I go online and read that I looked too tired during a handshake? Maybe I was tired. I'm human, she said, exasperated. Her team echoed this sentiment, saying that Swiatek has been remarkably patient despite years of being unfairly scrutinized. She reads everything, said one member of her staff. Even if she says she doesn't, it still gets to her. Imagine working your entire life to be the best in the world, and your country's media acts like that's not good enough unless you also smile a certain way or speak perfectly. A call for change. In closing her remarks, Swiatek made it clear that her goal isn't to wage war on the media, but to raise awareness and ask for more responsible coverage. I'm not asking for special treatment, just fairness, just a little more truth and a little less fiction, she said. Write about the tennis. Write about my rivals. Write about the sport. That's what we all love, right? The press room was silent for a moment, stunned by the honesty, perhaps unsure how to respond. But one thing was clear. Swiatek's message had landed. The aftermath. Whether or not the Polish media will shift its approach remains to be seen. But what's undeniable is that IGA Swiatek, one of the most dominant forces in tennis, has now added her voice to a growing chorus of athletes pushing back against toxic narratives. Her racket may do the talking on court, but off court, her voice just became one of the most powerful in sports.